Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Phoenix checking back in. Hey guys, this is just a quick update on my 7.62 by 39 AR magazines. So the endless pursuit to find great magazines before I pull the trigger on Ross Defense, because I actually like the banana mag. You know what I mean? The Ross Defense looks too much like an AR mag. So when you're shooting this thing, you know, unless you have your magazines identified or what you're shooting, you can't go wrong with a banana mag. You cannot look at a banana mag and say, oh, that's an AR-15 5.56 magazine. You already know that's a 7.62 by 39 magazine. So I like the way this banana magazine sticks out of this rifle. I really do. This is the 30 round Pro Mag. So what I'm going to do with these is I finally dissected this. Now, some guys says this mag works. Some guys say it doesn't work. I've only tried this a few times with brass case, and it cycled. It was decent, but I need to know for sure. Unless I shoot 100 rounds out of this thing, out of this gun, I need to know this is 100% reliable out of all 5 magazines, with all loaded to 30 rounds. Okay. Now this magazine I dissected. This is the Pro Mag, and the reason why I like this because I like the color on it. It's a blue steel stainless steel magazine. It's black. It's got a nice finish on it versus some of the other magazines. Like this one's more of like a matte. I like this finish too, especially after I lubed it up and kind of greased it up. It's okay, but I like this dark black look. You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is after dissecting this, I took base plate off. Now the magazine spring in here kind of sucks. It's kind of flimsy. And this may look like a non-tilt follower, but it's definitely not non-tilt follower. It looks like a non-tilt, but it definitely, these rounds just dip in that thing, and I'm not about that life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the ASC spring kit once they get back in stock. They're not in stock right now. So the spring kit comes with a much sturdier spring, okay? They also have the anti-tilt follower on this thing. And then I'm going to stick, again, Magpul. Like I said, guys, it may seem like I talk bad about Magpul. I prefer not to buy a lot of their stuff. But this, to upgrade my GI mags, I went with it. And these are the 20 round magazines, the ASC magazines. Now, what I did with these ones was I opened them up. I made sure those were anti-tilt followers, and they are. The spring I like is like a flat wire spring. And what I did with the spring was I stretched the spring out to give it some more tension. And I've heard, to do that, I stretched the string out and then I put these in. So these are 20 round magazines, and there's 20 rounds in here. I didn't lose any capacity. There's 20 rounds in here. Now, I haven't tested these out, but man, these look so good with the Magpul Ranger plates on them. I mean, they look really good. I cannot wait to put the Ranger plate on this one. So I'm going to put the Ranger plate on this one. But before I do that, I want to make sure I get the new followers. And I'm going to get the new springs for these things. So that's just a quick update. I mean, if you have the 20 round magazines, to make sure it feeds reliable, instead of buying new magazines, some guys just buy AK springs and put them in there. But I just stretch the springs out. I heard to stretch the springs out. And you make it a little longer so it can compress a little, it can feed that round more reliable. I have not even used these yet. I have them loaded up with steel case, 4 of them is steel case, and I got one brass case. So when I do go to the range, I can test it out to make sure it functions. Okay, some guys like the 20 rounds. I like the 30 rounds because I like the way it sticks out of that rifle. It just looks badass, man. Now these Ranger plates they're on Optic Planet. I ended up getting 4 packs of them, and they were $18.95. But I just learned to just be patient and just search the internet for deals. Now I ended up going to gundeals.com and putting in the Ranger plates, and it led me to a website that had them pretty much like $10 cheaper. And even with shipping, it was going to come up $10 cheaper. I still have some of these on the way from Optics Planet because they were not able to cancel that order. But once they get here, I'm going to send them back and get my money back for those. That was $80 and, you know, versus $60. So I saved myself pretty much $20. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, these are some of the upgrades that I'm doing to these 7.62x39 magazines. As you can see, the Ranger plates make them look fantastic, man. And if these don't work out, I'm pretty sure these will be okay. But if these don't work, and I'm pretty sure once I upgrade these two, these are going to be okay. If all else fails, guys, then I'll go to the Ross Defense magazines, and which I don't have a problem with. It's just that I had already bought these, and I didn't want to spend another $100 on new magazines when I didn't have to. You know, I could just upgrade these for cheap. I ended up getting these for a good deal, 5 of these when they first, like some months ago. The Ranger plates for a good deal to give it that nice little, you know, look. Kind of, it's a nice looking look. It looks really good in the rifle, man. It's about almost the same length as a regular 5.56 magazine, but you can still see that little curve in there. These ones, you know, 30 rounds. These are my go to war. And again, I like the Pro Mags because of the way they look. The blued steel, they're very solid. Another thing I did for these is I lubed them up on the inside. I used Strike Industries anti-venom spray to kind of just lube them up on the side for the I just basically lubed them up on all sides to get that follower to slide real easy, to get everything nice and smooth on there. So once I upgrade these, I'm going to do the same thing, spray the sides down so everything can be nice and smooth and go from there, man. So I can't wait to fire these things, man. Have a good one.